That's Koi. That's where our home is, though we are originals from Atiri. I think we are now 15 years old in Koi, but we're originals from Atiri. Yeah, I'm so happy to be a host tonight for this wonderful topic that is talking about health and well-being of the young people, which is a serious issue right now in our society. So, do we need brief introduction? The moderator, I see you're on. You can say a word. Maybe introduce yourself. Oh, yes, Joseph, is the moderator on?
Hello.
Is he the one?
Yeah,
You're
you're
muted.
getting me?
On.
Okay.
Yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and
Yes,
welcome
moderator.
to tonight's
Is
discussion.
on. Is online.
I hope you're getting me.
Unless he's having some network challenge. Bwana moderator, are you getting us?
I'm getting you. Just a moment. Hello?
I think maybe has some network challenge.
Are you getting me now?
So, we are getting you.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's discussion on a topic that is so close to our heart. My name is David, and I come from Mukuju Kuruku Zone, that is in Mukuju Parish, Mukuju Sub-County. I'm excited to be here to facilitate this important discussion. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our moderator tonight. I'm happy that you're all from Mukuju, so we should make sure we don't leave people of Mukuju behind. We're all from Mukuju Sub-County, Mukuju Parish, Mukuju, everything Mukuju. I'm so happy. Yeah. So, moderator, I think I'm going to leave the floor for you, though briefly, before I leave the floor, just wanted to tap on the topic, which is talking about health and well-being of our young people. You see, mostly we understand health as when someone is sick, maybe I'm not healthy, you're maybe feeling headache, having malaria, having different diseases. But in a wide way, health really means like the state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. Most of us forget about the mental side and the social well-being of ourselves. We only focus maybe on the physical. So I'm so glad that our guests are going to really dig deep about this issue of health, and mostly the mental well-being of our young people. We can see if we are following today what is on the platform. I think really the mental side of our people is really wanting. If we really see what's happening in the most of the Toronto North and Toronto South platform, where people are really abusing each other. So I pray out of this discussion today, some of those things, some people may come out changed, and really we do something different, and we really write. At least you got the platform and write something really you see it's worth. First consider other people who are there. First click on that and see how many people are on this group and who are they before you start posting some other things. Thank you so much, Mr. Moderator. Back to you.
Yes, thank you, the host. And good evening once again. My name is David. Just as I've said, I come from Mukuju Kuruku Zone. And this topic indeed is so pertinent, so important, because we always know that youth are the future of the community, of the country. So when the youth are affected, definitely the future of that community is affected. And I'm glad the host has already defined what health is. According to the World Health Organization, health is defined as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of a disease or infirmity. Most people think so long as I'm not deceased, it means I'm healthy. You may not be deceased, but mentally, when you are not okay, you are not in the right mental state. There we can't say you are healthy. And also, talking of social well-being, social well-being refers to the individual's ability to function effectively in daily life. That is building and maintaining relationships and contributing to their community. And when we talk of young people, majorly we are referring to the age bracket of about 15 to 24 years. So tonight we shall be exploring topic of mental health, and I shall be tapping something about substance abuse and social media impact, because we know all these things impact on the life of the young people. To go on with this topic, we have our dear guests. We are expecting 2 guests. I mean 3. That is the Honorable Kadede Joel Eli, Honorable Olwain Jacinta, and the Honorable Emerald Paul. And without wasting time, I would like to allow our guests to introduce themselves. I think we can take 5 minutes in the introduction, so that you can tell us where you come from, what you are doing, and maybe what are your political aspirations. So I think straight away we shall go to Honorable Joel, since he's here with us. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, moderator. I hope you're getting me clear.
Yeah, I'm getting you.
Yes, my name is Joel Kadede. I am a certified project manager in terms of uh, community development for professionals. But I am just a local man. I'm a peasant, I'm a farmer. And today I'm trying to get into politics and get to hold the position of the mayor of Merki Town Council, especially because I really love to work with people, especially to see the young people coming on board, the old and women. Gender is my I can call it my matoke and meat, if that is the favorite that everyone would think of. So that is me. I'm a simple person who really loves to work with people. And when I got invited for this meeting, I got so impressed, and I got so honored to be part of this show, because the topic is very sensitive. It is something that people normally forget, because people look at only money, they forget about how our heads are working, how our hearts are working. So I'm happy to be part of this show, and I think we shall proceed well. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Uh, the other 2 guests, can someone confirm to me if they've joined, so that we can give them opportunity to introduce themselves as well?
I think
Uh,
Honorable
Right,
Jacinta is not
right,
yet here.
right
Hmm.
now we are only having Honorable Joel online.
and
However,
and
the other
Oh,
two,
and I
the
I
other,
I, I, ho- I hope I told you that I'm from Merki Town Council.
yes,
yeah,
I
you
had,
said it.
Okay.
and the other 2 guests have communicated to me. They will be joining in a little bit late. I can say, moderator,
All right.
you can continue with the guest who is on.
Okay, please. Thank you. Now, health and social well-being of young people are so critical issues that require attention. Research has shown investing in the health and well-being of young people can have a long-term benefit for individuals, community, and society as a whole. So young people today are struggling with some pressing health and social well-being concerns. As a result, we have things like anxiety, depression, substance abuse, that has become so rampant in every society almost, especially ours. Because I've always observed when there is a social gathering like a disco, how the young people behave. You start seeing so many younger people. They surprise you when you see them with these bottles of waragi at tender age. So that's why I think there is a need to address this topic. So this will bring us straight away to the first question of the day. That is, what programs can be implemented to promote a healthy lifestyle that can prevent drug and substance abuse among the young people of Toro County North? So, Honorable Joel, you can take us through that question.
Thank you very much. You see, when the question says what programs can be implemented to promote healthy lifestyle, programs, it's a bit large, and me, I don't like being so academic, but when you look at programs, I know that you are looking at possible projects that can feed into programs, and then of course you can also look at some activities which can feed into projects.
Yes.
So there are small things that we can do to see that our young people lead healthy life, and and of course substance abuse and drug abuse among young people is very common. I happen to have lived in Bison. I also happen to have lived in Kasoli. I also happen to have lived in Malaba sometime, and DA quarters in Tororo, and then of course I have been privileged to have worked in most of the sub counties in Tororo County North, and of course living within the centers in those areas. Now, what I want to say is that this is a very serious issue, and it's a very serious concern that, and you know very well that our young people are our future. So if they get into drugs, they get into substance abuse, then you know that our future is totally black. So for me, I will just mention a few things that we could do. There may be activities, there may be projects, there may be programs. Now you can be able to maybe classify them according to how you want to fit them. But more importantly, I know that for us to fight this disease, it's even not a disease, but it's a very big thing. I do not know which word we can use, but we need to involve the young people themselves, because when you are faced with a challenge and it is you who is facing it, it is you who can also still think about the solution. But some of the few things that we can do, one is that we can do more of awareness, because some of these young people may not be aware that what they are doing is wrong, and they only see maybe the good part of it, of being high, being hyper, being what, but by the end of the day, when they are not aware of the consequences. I mentioned those places I lived in because I've seen some few people, young people who were very energetic. They were playing football, they were loading things in the trucks, but by the end of the day, they become mad people. They are moving in the streets, and you cry. They are from poor families, they are from rich families, they are from middle families. So it's not about even being rich, it's not about being poor, but it's about the mind of the people. So if we can do more of awareness, especially using peer-to-peer approaches, where we get these young people to talk to the fellow young people about the dangers of either getting involved in this drug or substance abuse, then we can move. Two, we can still also use role models or success stories, share with them, such that they can maybe pick a few things from there. I know it can take long, but because it is about attitude change, mindset change, we can take some time, do awareness using radios, using this kind of the platforms we are using now to even discuss this topic. that we involve young people and they get to know that, where they are heading to is not good. So awareness is one of them. Use role models. They are successful young people. Some of them were involved in drugs abuse and substance use, but they have changed and they are good people. We can use that. More importantly, also we can engage these young people in income generating activities, especially youth-led livelihood programs. I know we had some programs for the youth. I don't know how far they have gone because we had a program that targeted youth. It had issues because youth got excited. I know that program, but someone can tell me what the name was. But I remember some years back we had a youth program by the government where some funds were given to some youth and somehow some few of them mismanaged them. But we can still engage young people into youth livelihood income generating activities which can earn them incomes such that if some of them claim that possibly because of poverty that's why they engage in some of these things, then they need to reform. Those days there used to be career guidance. Career guidance used to be there where during holidays you would find either in town, you will find during holidays youth are encouraged to come and people come and talk to them on different topics, either education, livelihoods, health, and all that. We need to revive that. We need to have career guidance where for example, if some young people have maybe completed some levels, in all those different levels, they can be guided on what next they can take, what next they can do, and we get mature people to come and successful people to come and talk to them. Beyond that, also we can give them life skills. Life skills is about maybe communication. It's about how they can manage problems. It's about how they can manage conflicts. It's about how they can just also use resources within the communities and within themselves to do some things for themselves. So we need to give them life skills. And in addition to that, we need to engage the young people in games and sports. Games and sports at all levels, beginning from the village to the parish, to the sub county, to the district level. Throughout, during holidays, uh, for those who are not engaged in school, even within a school period, there are those that remain within the communities. We engage them in games and sports. But also, of course, we need to look at the policies, the laws that we have. I know Uganda has good laws, but also we need at sub-county levels and yes, sub-county levels, we need to have those bylaws that look at the issues of young people, especially the ones on drug and substance use or abuse. Because for example, I'm in Merkiti. I want to tell you that Merkiti, Kamuli, Kwapa, talk about most of these areas which have centers or developing places or trading centers or young people are very active. And what are they active on? You see some of them engaging in smoking, and what they smoke you don't know. You see a young person holding a collar, your shirt, and you're holding a collar, and you think that what's wrong with this person? Maybe the person is having some flu. It's a mistake. The person is kind of breathing in petrol mixed with something, and by the end of the day, they get intoxicated. So we need to look at laws, which laws are there in Uganda to curb drug abuse and substance use or misuse. And then at sub-county levels or town council or whatever levels like that, we need to come out with bylaws that if, for example, we get young people gathered and they are smoking marijuana and all that, we can be able to support the government to manage. Because I know parents are the people who always, when for example, these young people are caught and they are misusing this kind of thing, they are the ones who cry foul of this kind of thing. So we need to engage also with those parents. In addition, we can also engage with the private sector. The private sector, I mean the banks, I mean the corporate world, you know, the corporate world, the business entities, and all that. I know business people always want to make money, but you want to make money, but what are you selling? And you're selling it to who? And what effect does it have in the near future? So when we engage with the private sector, we should be able to know what they are offering in the communities. Is it something that helps? Now, for example, there are these small things. Um, they are packed. They are sold to young people. You know, they are even sold in hidden way. They pack them in small covers. They sell to people. So if we engage with them, let them engage in things that can be productive to the young people, not things that destroy the future of the young people. I was requesting that possibly I first of all post there, unless if there is some question to give me more direction to move forward. Uh,
Yeah, thank you for those insights. Maybe what has interested me is the part where you
mm,
said the parents need to take also their responsibilities. And some of the problems, actually, most of these youths who involve themselves at early age in such practices, they are copying from home because they are parents that have completely neglected their roles back at home. And I find as early as 7 a.m., they already drunk. How are we going to help such youths who come from such families?
yes, there are parents who are a bit stubborn. I want to give you this scenario that today we are only just getting spoiled. The responsibilities start with the family. After the family unit, you come to the community. After the community, you now bring in the other entities, either the LOCs, religious leaders, opinion leaders, and all that. And beyond that, then you come to sub-county technical staff and all government officials at that level. Beyond that, then you move to the district, and then you go to the country or the national. But now, when in a family you have a parent who is not responsible, now the immediate people who are responsible for that family are the next family members. They should take in interest, because these days people say, that is that home. We don't care. I don't care, because that is that home. After all, my children are going to school, and mine are, they are not smoking. They are not what. But in the near future, the other drunk man in his home, a child, will die and leave a child who is not again responsible, and that is again the one who becomes a thief in that community or in that home. So it is still the responsibility of the family members. So maybe for me, I would tell you that we still need to do what I can call parenting sessions. But apart from parenting sessions, we have to hold and call families to revive what we call the family unit. The family unit, where a family means that you have a father, a mother, and the children. But beyond that, you have the uncles, grandparents, and all that. Because today, most people neglect and say, what will the old man say? But most of the successful families that we have today are those families which you see a family united and respect the contribution of the immediate family members. We can also still engage with with um, with um, with the cultural leaders, because culture is good, but people are misusing it. Culture is good if in our culture we promote unity, we promote respect, we promote understanding within, first of all, the family unit, next families, immediate family, and then in that kind of arrangement. So we need to engage with those families, because we have officers responsible for families. We have the office of the probation and welfare officer. We have the office of the community development officer. We have the office of the, first of all, even at LOC level, the local council one level. We have the office of chairperson or secretary for children and women affairs. Now, those are the people that also need to be immediately be brought in. But before that, we need to strengthen the family unit or family relations. Once we strengthen that, maybe we need to do more of awareness. We need to do parenting sessions. We need to more engagement with the families, such that people need to go back and look at a family as a very, very important unit in managing issues beyond just maybe the clan and all that. And then, of course, then we bring in the religious leaders. Religious leaders, they come in such that families can be visited, and then families can be encouraged to go to the church where good morals are preached. I do not know whether I've given you a little bit of dose of what you'd want to hear, but that is what I imagine we would do.
Yes.
Strengthen laws, engage with the cultural leaders, engage with the family units, engage with the community structures, engage with the district or local government structures, such that we move forward. But more importantly, also engage with these young people themselves, such that they are able to address the issues that affect them.
Yes,
Mr.
thank you.
Moderator,
Yes,
Mr.
please.
Moderator, may we welcome one of our guests who has joined us, Honorable Olwen Jacinta. She has joined us. You're most welcome, Honorable. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Jacinta, you are most welcome. I've got information she's still traveling, but she's following the conversation. As soon as she reaches her destination, she will be joining us with her submission. Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Joel, for those wonderful
Yeah,
insights.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Also welcome, Honorable, and I appreciate her for whatever she has been doing in our communities. I saw her in Merkiti one time, and she's engaged with the youth. She's engaged in sports and all that. I really welcome her and thank her for that.
Yeah, she's one guest that I've also picked interest in following the work she's doing for the community, especially the youth. And I was happy you talked something about culture and the church, because that's one area where the youths are completely gone astray. You find young people today don't want to go to church, and yet the church is one of the areas where they would be corrected from. Because a person without a belief is almost a lost person. You must have at least something to look forward to. You must have a belief. You must have mentors that you follow. Without that, you will be like moving like a lost person, following whoever you can. And I myself also work with youth, especially the driving community. And we have always had a lot of challenges with the young people today, especially the young drivers. Time came when even the company changed the policy and they refused to recruit drivers who are below the age of 25 because they were lacking sense of responsibility. So this is really affecting the youth, and that's why I feel this is a very important topic today for us to explore. Then you talked of engaging the young people in games. Uh, at least we have known this other this strategy works, and it brings the youth together. It can be an opportunity for them to be sensitized after bringing them together in the name of sports. But what I've been observing mostly, the politicians are very active during the political season, the season of elections. That's where you hear of a lot of tournaments. But in between there, it's left to the to the youth on their own. So if probably we could engage more of these youths even before the election season, it will be so helpful for you as an aspirant. And I want to know, maybe are there such tournaments in Merikit also that you are personally engaged in?
Yeah, personally, I'll be engaging in some tournaments, but I want to tell you that, like I told you, in most cases, people think that now these things should be left to the politicians. No, I told you that now we need to engage with the parents. When will we have parents themselves also come up and even go to, for example, a sub counter and say, today for us parents, we want to play? When shall we have a situation where the church, I am happy that Father Gregory organized something, and and I think the people of Molo, the people of Merki, the people of, that is the church also doing that. I will also want to see the Anglican Church organizing the same. I will also want to see sub-county officials. International Youth Days, for example, International Youth Day. I want to see the sub-counties also organizing such things. I would want to see the district organizing such things, events, apart from just the school programs organized for sports. Can we have communities organizing those events? Not just the politicians alone. Politicians have a target that, for example, for me, when I organize mine, I want to just mobilize people to vote for me. That is the truth. And after that, I will stop that program. Then for me, because I love young people, I will again maybe engage them in another way. Mhm. But then my interest as a politician is to get people to vote for me, and I will stop there. But can we continue to have responsibility from the village level to the parish level to the sub county level to the district level, in terms of um, community itself, in terms of parents, even the young people themselves organizing their own games? And then we will have religious leaders, like I told you, Father Girgor organized, and I thank him for that. I am happy. I had no opportunity for thanking him, but in my heart, I thank him for that. Jacinta organized, and I was part of that. By the way, for me, I'm not a selfish politician. I like people who are doing things, and even if my opponent does better than me, I will appreciate him for that. So for me, I will also organize my tournaments, end it. But even when I fail, at some point, I will still want to organize things that engage the young people, like even a cultural dance. I might want to organize a cultural dance or cultural activity for my community, and I want people to clans to come. Like, my clan is this. Come, show people how to cook, show people how to dance, show people how to sing, such that people can learn. We are forgetting a lot of things because we normally don't want to engage. But if we start to engage from the lowest level to the highest level, we shall achieve. We shall reduce this drug abuse, because for me, I know these young people have only known drugs because that is what is media to them, but they have not known that, there are also good things that can happen in culture. eh, there are also things that can happen in football. There are also things that can happen in games like mueso or draft or what. So I think that kind of engagement can help us to move forward. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Honorable. I would request you to touch something about social media, the impact of social media on the youth well-being, because we know social media is such a complex thing. While it connects them globally, it also brings about comparison,
Yeah.
cyberbullying, and a decreased face-to-face
Yeah.
interaction.
Thank you, moderator. You know, the media is a very, very, very important and useful tool that this world can use, especially the young people. But again, when it is left uncensored, some people then again misuse it, get involved in things that destroy their lives. But I'm telling you that the media, like you can see, we are engaging with you. I'm engaging with you. I've not met you. I am already happy about what you are doing. I can share my idea with you, and you can appreciate it,
Amen.
or then also appreciate how you're engaging with me. Uh, what does that mean? I think somebody is online that needs to be muted. Okay, okay. Now, what I'm saying is the media is a good platform. In fact, like one of the things that I was supposed to have told you was that we need to create platforms for these young people to engage meaningfully. Like this platform is a good one that the young people can exchange ideas. They can say they can educate themselves, share meaningfully. But there's misuse of the media to the extent that some of them now get either taken up and we get again what we call trafficking. I cannot say child trafficking, I cannot say youth trafficking, but even adults are trafficked, if that is the word. But they are taken abroad, they are misused, they are used for wrong things, simply because they have not used the media well. The media is meant to connect us, and the connection we are supposed to have is supposed to either provide education, information, and even income. Because some people use the media to even earn. There are those that, for example, I have not explored it, but even in TikTok, you create a content, they call it content, I'm told, and then people like it or what, and then finally you earn some money. That is good. But where they tell you, I've liked your face, you come to Malaba Point, let's go to Kenya, from there you'll go to another place, and then finally, I'm told now you become a host to a visitor to a dog. Now, that kind of situation is not good. So, the media, I must say, is good, but it must be controlled. But how controlled? Because this thing can be accessed by anybody. So it depends on you, and that's why I'm emphasizing the issue of information sharing to the young people for you to get to know that this is good, this might be bad for me. And where you are not sure, consult, because in most cases people use the media for their own gain. It can be business, it can be exploitation, it can be whatever. So you need to be careful where you get to. I think that's what I can say about the media.
Oh, thank you very much. At this point, as we wait for other guests, I would like to open the floor to a few people if they have questions on what we have so far covered so that we can move together.
Yes, moderator, I just would like to inform the House
Yes, Michael.
that you're getting me.
Yeah, getting you.
We have in the House Honorable Emorut Paul, who is one of our guests tonight.
Oh,
Honorable, you're most welcome. But Honorable Morut, you're most welcome to the platform. Thank you.
Honorable Morut, are you there? Honorable
Thank
Morut,
you.
please confirm, because straight away we shall give you opportunity to introduce yourself.
Thank you, organizers. Thank you, moderator. Thank you, host. I am present, and good evening to all.
Good evening. So could you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thank you about that. That's what I was going to ask.
Good evening, all. My name is Paul Emorut. I'm a son of the soil, born and raised in Mukuju, and currently I am within Mukuju. The title that the organizer for the show accorded to me of honorable is too big for me at this point, but nevertheless, that's at times how blessings come. But I prefer calling myself a hustler. I do small things for survival, but I'm coming up for a leadership position in the youth structure under the National Youth Council. And if the ground is leveled, and if I manage to convince the voters, I hope to be the chairperson of youths in Tororo district. If it fails, I can still serve the community and the young people in other capacities. It is not a do or die to serve people in elective leadership positions only. That is the say about myself.
Maybe just in a few seconds, if you could clarify to us who are the people who vote for that position.
Okay, National Youth Council elections have a foundation at the village level. Actually, right now, the Electoral Commission is undertaking that special activity of the special interest groups, where we have the elderly, the PWDs, and then the young people. So for one to be a voter, it moves in levels. If you contest in the village level, all young people have an opportunity to vote for you. And if you manage to be to hold a leadership position in the zonal level, then you become a delegate to the parish level. And now at the parish level, it's the different delegates from the different villages within that parish that formulate an electoral college that will vote another structure at the parish level, and that structure at the parish level becomes a delegation to the sub-county level. So at the sub-county level, the different parishes meet together and they vote for a delegation that goes to the district level. But at times I've always looked at the way Electoral Commission does their things. They can maybe say it's only 3 members of the sub-county councils. That is to say the chairperson, the secretary finance, and secretary women's affairs become now a delegation to the district level, and they formulate the district committee. So people who vote at the district level are the different delegates from the different sub-counties.
Thank you very much. And indeed, today we are handling the topic health and social well-being of young people. These are the people you are aspiring to represent. And straight away, I would like you to take us through what programs you think can be implemented to promote the healthy lifestyle and prevent the substance and drug abuse among the young people.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. I would love to begin by thanking the previous guest, Honorable Kadede Joel Eli, for that elaborate contribution that he has given in the platform. And mine will not be far different from what he has discussed. We could be having some other factors related. When we look at the programs that can be implemented to promote healthy lifestyles and prevent drug abuse among the young people, they are numerous in number, and drug abuse and substance abuse alone is too broad to a common person down in ground. When we talk about drug abuse and substance abuse, we always look at the hard drinks. We look at the opium, we look at the cigars, and we tend to leave other drugs. Simply, if I have headache and I go for a Panadol in the nearby drug shop, without prescription, without any health worker talking to me and finding more about my health, I am a victim of circumstance. I am actually misusing the drugs. And to some extent, I don't know whether it's because of the advancement in technology, innovation, and so on. There are new trends that are taking shape in drug and substance abuse. An example is a drink called Rock Boom. We have a drink that comes from Kenya, Hollard drink. You don't really understand what is made of, but if you take a small sip of that drink, you get high, you get activated. If you didn't have energy to do work, you're going to realize instant energy. In a short run, it's giving me energy, but in a long run, in 10 to 15 years to come, I don't know whether it will give me heart failure. I don't know whether it will give me liver failure. I don't know. Either it will be a system shutdown. So the programs that I believe should be implemented to promote these healthy lifestyles is one, ourselves. We need to talk to our people, sensitize our people. When I'm with a group of young people, I always tell them about the unforeseen dangers of taking these types of drinks. I tell them about the unforeseen dangers of smoking marijuana. We have something called ogoro that is being taken by our youths in the communities, and for a short time it helps them out, but in a long run it has very diverse health effects. And if we don't talk to them, then they are not having any health lifestyle. I also believe that if we work on the legislation, if we work on our rules, if we work on the laws in the community at the LC3 level, at the LC3 Council, Honorable Kadede, you're going to be the chairperson of Merikit. And You are the first contact point that when something in the community is happening, the chairpersons tend to ask who has grown opium around the area. And when they identify that person, they go and arrest the person, which is okay to arrest. But I believe at some point we are not addressing the core. This person is only looking at the opium he has grown, the msala he has grown as a source of income that can pay him heavily. So when we are arresting him and stopping him from growing that, what is the other option we are giving such a person? So I believe if we have the laws, yes, but also the process of transition should be clear, that we are identifying all people who have been growing the opium in our community. But in return, this is the empowerment program the sub-county is designing for them, generated from the local taxes. I think that would be a point when our communities maybe take up such. The other is for government to really utilize the health centers that we have in the names of buildings, the health center 2s, the health center 3s, the health center 4s, and the district hospitals. Apart from having those beautiful structures, having health workers who come late, we need an advancement that when I go to the health center and I'm saying I have an issue with my leg, I have an issue in my stomach, the diagnosis should go as far as scanning, not just the health worker asking me, okay, how do you feel this pain in your stomach? And I explain, there's something inching me, it is cutting. Okay, I think that could be ulcers. Can you please go and first use this? If it works out for you, well and good. If it doesn't work out, you come back. Now, it has failed to work out. I go back. They say, okay, let's change to another one. The another one they are changing to is also coming as a result